Hey guys, Hyde here. A few weeks ago I promised everyone some Paint.net videos, and because of my procrastination I'm just now deciding to get on it. So, today we're going to go over the basics of Paint.net, starting with downloading the program itself. I want you to go in, pick your favorite browser, and open up to Google. Now, my favorite browser is Google Chrome, but you can use Firefox, Safari, Opera, whatever. Don't matter. Now come up here to the URL bar. I want you to type in www.getpaint.net. If you hit the enter button, it'll take you to this page here. Now from this page, up at the top, you'll see a whole bunch of different buttons. It's time to click download. Clicking that button will bring you to this page here. If you scroll down, you notice this? This is the download button right here. Now, I've already got it installed on my computer, so I'm just going to skip right ahead to it. Now, open up PaintNet, and let's look at all the basics here. As with most programs, you'll notice up here is the toolbar. Over here is your tool window. This right here is the basics of everything you're going to use. Here's the colors window. This is where you're going to pick the colors that you use to draw, fill, make rectangles, whatever. Over here is your history. Everything that you do, you can undo or redo just by clicking it. You can go back as many processes as you need from the time that you started working in PaintNet. Over here is the layers window. Now layers are kind of like putting a lot of pieces of paper on top of each other to make a different image. They're kind of hard to explain, but once we get into that, you'll realize that they'll make your life a lot easier. Alright, let's start by drawing something. I want you to come over here, and you'll notice the paintbrush here. Go ahead and click that, and let's pick brown. We're going to draw the base of a tree. Now note, my art skills are not fantastic, so just bear with me for a little bit. Alright, now we have our tree. From here, what we want to do is we want to fill in the green up here. We want to fill in these leaves. So come down here, let's pick a lighter shade, and let's fill that in. Now if you notice, I'm filling it in with the paint bucket over here. What that does is it fills in an entire area up in between lines. Now note, if there's a break, it'll fill the whole screen. Like so. We don't want that. So what we want to do is we want to fill this to where this tree here will be completely filled with brown with the paint bucket. So let's take the paintbrush. Let's get our brown again. And let's fill in these lines. There we go. Now if you hit the more button, this brings up a whole bunch more color options for us to use. Let's take this brown. Let's add take some of the saturation away. Now let's raise the color. Now let's take that paint bucket again, and there we go, there's our tree. Alright. Hit the last button and it'll go back to normal. From here, what we want to do is we want to add a background. Now, you could just draw the background on here, like that. But, like I said, if you remember, I said layers are much easier. It'll make your life so much easier. So, what we can do now, let's get rid of those. What we can do now is we'll use this thing called the magic wand. The magic wand does the same thing as the paint bucket, but it selects. It doesn't fill in. So what we want to do is we want to select all this white out here so that we can put a background on it. We need to make this white transparent first. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the magic wand and we're going to click the white. Now notice I have it at 50% tolerance. This is so that you can select certain things, but not everything. So what we want to do is we want to get the back here. And after that, I want you to hit the delete button on your keyboard. Now if you notice, there's a transparent background now. Let's do the same thing on this side. Okay, now our tree's by itself on its own layer. Let's go here and let's hit add new layer. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take that green from before and we're just going to draw across the screen. Make a nice hilly landscape if you want. Alright, now take a lighter green, fill that in. Now if you notice right now, our hill is over top of our tree. It looks ridiculous. So what we want to do is we want to take layer 2, make sure it's selected, and hit move layer down. Now whatever's on the top of this list will be the highest layer. Remember what I said about the layers? It's like pieces of paper on top of each other. So now our tree's on the top, our hill's in the back. Let's make a sky. So let's make another layer. And let's make a nice blue color. Now I want you to fill in the entire screen. It did the same thing as before, but now our hill's covered up. So now let's take our hill, make sure that layer 2 is selected there, and move that up. Now if you notice, everything is over. It works fine. So let's use what we learned to make clouds.